Now a story you'll only see here on WCNC. When life and death, hands in the balance, every second counts. And tonight our Defenders team learning of hundreds of 911 calls where CMPD had no officers available to respond.
When a priority 1 call comes in, the department's goal is to respond in 7 minutes. And in several cases, it took officers anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours to respond.
During 3 weeks in December, our team learned there were about 600 911 calls with no officers available. NBC Charlotte Defender Alex Shabbat breaking this story tonight. Alex, one victim even telling you that if officers had responded quicker, the suspect might have been caught.
That's right, Fred, and all it takes is a few minutes for a suspect to get away. 1 minute they're in one location, the next they're in a completely different location, and police don't even have a chance to respond. Beneath the glow of the uptown skyline, flashing lights highlight a darker side of the Queen City.
Do you need police, fire, or medic?
It is this overnight domestic call from a hotel in the epicenter.
The priority 1 devious assault at a loft.
Or threats of violence against this young man just days earlier near Romare Bearden Park.
I pulled up to a stoplight.
We agreed not to show his face because of the nature of his work.
It is terrifying. In my mind, while I'm driving, this guy could start shooting at any second.
The 18-year-old victim says someone in another car targeted him for no apparent reason.
Just hearing that somebody threatening to shoot me, you would think, there would be officers there as quickly as possible.
But there was no immediate response. In fact, according to CMPD records, he called 911 at 1:01 a.m., but officers did not arrive until 20 minutes later, despite the fact it was classified as a priority 1 call, the highest level of emergency.
I'm thinking, where are the police? Where are the police the entire time?
And when our Defenders team looked into other cases, we found dispatchers relaying a troubling message.
I'm showing no units available citywide.
That's right, no police units available, and it's not a fluke. In fact, in less than 3 weeks in December, we found about 600 911 calls with no officers immediately available. You'll remember that domestic call at the epicenter.
The victim is in the lobby. I have off-duty starting out that way as well.
Records show it took police more than 2 hours to respond to the call, which came in just before 2:30 in the morning. Again, a priority 1 call. CMPD's goal for that level of emergency, 7 minutes.
I would certainly have to look at that particular call.
Lieutenant Brad Koch tells us properly investigating crime scenes takes time.
We don't want to be rushing call to call to call.
But he acknowledges the department could use additional officers.
I'm not a genie, and I can't create officers. We're doing a very vigorous and robust marketing campaign.
Despite the slow response, CMPD was able to make an arrest at the domestic violence scene. A 50-year-old woman was taken to the hospital, and 29-year-old Felix Oren charged for assault on a female. But this young man says when officers arrived 20 minutes later, the suspect in his case was long gone.
They probably could have caught him. He was within 10 feet of my vehicle for a good 5 minutes.
An unsettling reality the next 911 caller may have to deal with. We should also mention in some of the calls where units were not immediately available, officers were still able to respond in a timely manner to meet the department's goal. For now, I'm live in Charlotte. Alex Shabbat, NBC Charlotte.
Alex, thank you.